Hi, I'm Sheila L. Haidt, world-class astrologer, tarot master, spellcaster, medium, and all-around magical being. And I'm here today to talk to you about this week's astrology. This week, there are a few aspects, but each of those aspects packs a powerful punch. So I will begin. I'll begin with something that happened last week, actually a couple of weeks ago, and something that is going to affect us for a long time. And when I say affect us, I mean completely change the way we are and the way we live and the way we go about being and living. So I will read from my notes. A big shift. The planet Uranus leaves the sign Taurus and enters Gemini. For the next few years, the planet Uranus will be in the sign of Gemini. Uranus is the revolutionary and the innovator. Uranus is the visionary. Gemini is the communicator who governs how we think, speak, learn, and travel. Uranus is unpredictable as it disrupts, liberates, and reinvents anything it touches, and it touches all of us. And in Gemini, it touches all of us because it touches each of us as individuals, and each of us as a group, and each of us as we reach out to each other. New radical thought and speech will become the norm, as well as how we define truth. So new radical thought and speech, how we define truth. We need to work outside the boxes. Uranus, being the planet of humanity and revolution, is calling for you to get actively involved with humanitarian organizations and liberating causes. We are now living in an era whose time has come, and nobody, I repeat, nobody will be allowed to sit on the sidelines any longer. We are in a time in history where we have to do something if we want to have something left, something of value, something that we remember, if we want to be in touch with that is of value to us as humans and us as souls. The sitting and waiting, the thinking somebody else will do it, that time has long passed. Get up, get out there, take action. This is also a time of immense healing opportunities. There are some uncomfortable societal and personal truths that need to be and will be revealed. These revelations are important steps in the healing process. All those wounds are revealed. All of those lies are exposed. If we get out in front of the issues, that is, if we deal with them courageously and proactively, we as individuals and as a society will be able to move beyond the persistent limitations that weigh us down. And you all know what persistent limitations have shown up in your past and are really showing up in Technicolor now. So on Thursday, we have the sun, which is the life force. The sun is the life force. The sun is creativity, it's passion, it's the life force. We have it together with, we call it conjunct in astrology, together with the planet Mercury, the planet of how we gather and process information, the planet of communication, the planet of our environment. And it also relates to siblings, so family matters are involved too. So communications and travel are highlighted today. Our minds may dwell on practical matters or on concerns regarding the home and the family. What that means is have fun. Sun conjunct Mercury, as you can think of new things, do new things. So sun rules play, P-L-A-Y. Then let's get out and play. Think of ways to play. Think of, do you need to take a walk? Is it an amusement park? Is it going to the movies in the middle of an afternoon? Is it reading a book? Is it just hanging out with friends? Play. So, Saturday is a really, really, really big day because it is the new moon in Taurus. New moons in and of themselves are very, very, very important because they're the planting the seeds. They're the beginnings of new things. So this new moon in Taurus, this is a highly significant new moon because the planet Uranus is involved. And if you remember, the planet Uranus is the planet of unexpected, uncontrollable, unpredictable change. The energy is intense and transformational and is filled with unexpected awarenesses, insights, sudden events, and unpredictable meetings. So anything can and will happen. As unnerving as all of this can be, it leads to important core change and liberation because we, as souls and as a society, we must unyoke from the old, outmoded stories about who we are and how we got here. This includes acknowledging your feminine strength and the decay of the patriarchal oppression. And all beings have feminine and masculine energy in them. So this is about honoring that creates, that gestates, that provides for us. And it is not about denigrating that takes all of that and makes our wishes and our dreams come true. That's the patriarchy. But what it does is it brings everything into balance. And that's what needs to be done. On Sunday, the planet Mercury enters Gemini. Well, Mercury rules the sign Gemini. So this is a good thing. There are a lot of things that are difficult to express in the world, but when a planet rules the sign that it's in, that means that the difficulty is gone. This is a very impactful placement, so events and the pace of life will move quickly. We are drawn to social solutions and situations now because our minds need that kind of stimulation. In other words, this is not the time to secret yourself away. This is not the time to go into deep inner meditation. Let's find out what they're doing outside your door. What is the environment? What are they producing? What are they showing you? This is also a great time to work on that memoir or that novel you've been thinking about. But please, please be very careful about mental flip-flopping. Make up your mind. When Mercury is in Gemini, it's very, very easy to go, yes, no, maybe. Make up your mind, stick with it. Thank you. And then the final big aspect on this week is the planet Mercury together or conjunct the planet Uranus, the planet of wow, did that happen? Mercury is the planet of gathering and processing information. It's also the planet of communication. Uranus is the planet of genius, insanity, divine insight, weirdness, and the unpredictable. So I'll repeat that. Uranus is the planet of genius, insanity, divine insight, weirdness, and the unpredictable. For the next 2 weeks, this is the time that Mercury will be in the sign of Gemini. For the next 2 weeks, you're going to have some great ideas. Write them down. You're also going to have some weird ideas. Write those down too. How will you know the difference? After June 2nd, review the ideas you've jotted down, and the ones that are keepers will be very clear to you. So, remember, I am only one, but I am one. I cannot do everything, but I can do something, and I will not let what I cannot do interfere with what I can do. Bye.